From Weaver, John C., Roseman, California, to Michael Phelps, CNN Town Hall. How you doing, human torpedo? I understand about the depression. I've been battling it for a hell of a long while, longer than the COVID has been visiting me. Because of insurance snafus and bureaucracies, I still can't get the assistance I need. But I'll tell you something, being trapped inside of a house because of the COVID at this point over here hasn't been fun, hasn't been really fun. I have my choice of two masks. I prefer the tie. This keeps slipping off my damn face. I've been doing YouTubes left and right in order to get past my damn depression, and I find the more I'm saying on social media, absolutely the worse the depression becomes. I should be seeking medical professional help at this point, Mike, but the problem is these days it's difficult as hell, especially with the bureaucracies I have to face. So I've heard people talking about how the children have to deal with the depression. But between us adults here, dude, I wish we could talk privately about this. Instead of doing just a 1 or 2 minute snip for CNN, I wish you could see this thing personally. Because there's a lot of stuff I would love to go over with you personally regarding how depression has been affecting my life since day one of my birth. I mean, you talk about Pandora's box open up on this one, pal. And they keep calling me the white lab coat syndrome because my blood pressure rises every time I go to a medical professional, regardless if it's a shrink or if it's a sawbones. I still deal with it, and it's depressing as hell. And I'll show you another thing. It's even more depressing. My family. Top shelf. Blue one's my mother. Way in the back is my brother and another one. And the dogs. My mother back in 2013. My brother 2018. Very close, very tight. You notice the clutter behind. If you're looking at the symptoms, you're seeing it. But still, I survive. I haven't drank anything except water and sodas and milk. It was an occasional, I smoke it. But I've also been trying to talk to people about it, and it's not that all that easy, especially when you're on social media. And most of the talk they keep talking about is either the damn COVID virus, which is depressing enough as it is, or politics, which is even worse. It's like some days you just not turn off television, you just want to turn off yourself these days. And it's depressing as hell. Mike, I don't know how the hell you've been able to deal with it. I know with drugs and stuff like that. Me, I've grown up in a medical environment that I've learned to distrust with absolute hatred sometimes to the doctors and hospitals who are trying to save my ass. I was born with multiple birth defects. I had a holy heart, and I had crooked limbs. I was born a month too early. Age of 4 years old, I died on the table 3 times while they're trying to do open heart surgery at the age of 4 years old, 1970. Not many of my generation would live during that thing. Since then, I've had more encounters with medical professional than I have with psychological. And in dealing with the medical, it has definitely increased all the psychological torment. What put a capper on everything else in my lifetime is losing my family. I have been a caregiver for my mother and my brother for the last several years of their life. My brother and I did tag team for our mother until she passed away in 2013. And then my brother, he passed away in 2018. That's the hardest damn thing. The hardest damn thing. And if I could get a good picture of them, I'd be able to show this to you of who and what they were. what they meant to me. Because, Mike, family is everything. Family is everything to me. And in dealing with that, it's just the hardest damn thing for me to deal with. I hope you can see this, Mike. Can you see that? That big guy down below is my brother, and that is my mother, Mary Ann Shaw. This was done back in 2002 when we went over to Los Angeles County Fair. The only group shot we had for years. And it's the only one I keep with me. Well, a lot of other family pictures. That means a hell of a lot. And in losing them has been losing everything that I held dear. There was even family friends I've had since '76 who've been almost as close as my mother and my brother, and I've lost them too. I lost her mother back in 2016, 17. Her name was Dolores Boutros Mary. We called her D. Mary Boutros Dolores D. Reeve. And I'd known her family since 1976, and we were just as tight as we could be. When I lost her, I lost contact with them. So I feel like I have lost a hell of a lot and still battled on because I had no choice. Mike, I don't know how to explain all these things to you. I really don't, because depression kicks the living crap out of me. You know, I'm not exactly a neat, tidy person, and seeing the disasters I'm living right now is a clearer impression about how depression is, how it works. I've been going to Antelope Valley College for the past 5 years as a student, trying to fix a mistake I did over 30 plus years ago. I screwed up college 2.5 years after high school. Worked my ass off for 30 years in different jobs. Always supported my family a great deal. Always lived with them a long time. My brother would go out and have adventures. Me, I'd stay at home and take care of Mom. When she passed away, I was living with my brother at the time, and we found different places to live, got evicted out of one, moved into an apartment in Roseman, California, and after about 5 years, he passes away. I had to fight to keep his apartment. There isn't a day that goes by that I don't think about him, and I don't feel the depression or the grief. I call it the 4 horsemen that keeps kicking my ass. PTSD, anxiety, grief, and depression. And these assholes, I use the term loosely at this point over here, they have kicked my ass too many damn times. I don't trust doctors, but I have to trust doctors. I don't trust the medications because I'm afraid of what they'll do to me. And it puts me on edge all the damn time. I'm surprised I'm still living and haven't popped my cork yet. And believe me, there have been times I thought about popping my cork. Even after when my brother died. But I had to fight. I made a promise to my brother and my mother at complete college. And that's one of the driving forces I've got right now. Is I want to please them. I know I failed them a long time ago. I failed my mother over 30 years ago. I didn't want to fail her at this point. I didn't want her youngest son to come into heaven without accomplishing anything in his life. I wanted to be an accomplished writer. I haven't got anything published. I wanted to go through school and get a college degree. I'm fighting like hell in my adulthood. I'm 54 years old. And I'm fighting like hell trying to get through And some days I just don't have the support necessary. That cell phone I showed you, I record log recordings like crazy. I even do it on my laptop right now, even as I speak. Because I need something that tells people I lived, I existed. And it's hard sometimes to even record it. But I get into a certain mode and in a certain mood, and I have to record what I've got. It helps at times, and other times I'm tearing myself apart. That's the only sounding board I've got. Trying to talk to my neighbors about it, it goes in one ear out the other ear. I just don't have anybody close enough I have near me to help things out. I hope maybe you understand. Because depression sucks, dude. A guy like me should have been out there working his butt off. Not an emotional or physical cripple. Several years ago, I had a tire fall on my face. Dropped on me, by the way, by a supervisor at a retail store. I hadn't been the same afterwards. It's been an uphill climb. And I just don't know if I can reach you regarding this or not. But I'm hoping, Mike, you'd be able to see this even after the town hall. Because I wanted to connect with somebody out there who's going through the same damn shit I'm going through. COVID has also locked my ass out in a lot of things. I miss the in-person contact at college, dude. I go to Antelope Valley College. I'm a 54-year-old fart going there for 5 years. 2 classes at a time. I'm enjoying the living crap out of it. I'm having fun. COVID comes around and it's like, what the hell happened? It's like, what the hell happened? I don't know. I'm trying to cope as best as I can sometimes. I know I should have got if my dad asked to do stuff because this is what a regular adult goes through. You know what? I would tell those naysayers, go bite me. Actually walk in my damn shoes for the past 50 fucking years of my life. Then let's see how you are afterwards. Let's see you went through everything I went through in my lifetime. And how would you be afterwards? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just hope this gets to you, Mike. I mean, I'm available on Facebook. I'm trying to get a YouTube channel going on. You can't hardly find me out there anyway. John Cameron Weaver. I don't know if anybody will. Try to find me on Twitter if you can. Maybe it's 53 or just John Weaver. Yeah, a long time ago I had a Star Trek moniker. I stole mine. It's mine. But I guess that's about it, Mike. You try and have a good one, and tell Dr. Gupta I'm still trying to survive. And I hope he's doing all right and COVID hasn't knocked on his door. Like I told his friend Chris Cuomo, just put a banana peel in front of the damn door when COVID comes.